Before there was a method, there was a moment. A moment when I realized I couldn't keep carrying everyone else while losing myself in the process. I was 100 pounds heavier, exhausted, and constantly putting myself last. Something had to change. I'm your host, caregiver, and this is The Weight of Her Story. This podcast is about every woman who's ever felt like she's had to be everything for everyone while quietly disappearing inside her own life. In today's episode, I'm sharing one of the hardest truths I had to face. That being a caregiver, in healthcare, in beauty, even just in life, can quietly teach you to neglect yourself. And that kind of neglect, it doesn't just show up in your calendar. It shows up in your body, in your food choices, your energy, and it's the weight that most women carry without even saying a word. You've never guessed the women struggling the most are often the ones holding everyone else together. I've always been in constant service mode. This didn't start in the salon or even in the hospital. It started way before and had developed by 16. I was still in high school, juggling patient care shifts, athletics, and finishing my classwork all before the sun came up. And my mornings, 3 cookies and a Snapple, all before first period. That wasn't breakfast. That was food for survival. And I thought I was doing what most girls do, what strong girls do. I'd go from school to practice, from practice to doing hair in my mom's kitchen, and somehow I wore that exhaustion like a badge of honor. After graduating my junior year and going off into the adult working world, my habits continued to manifest deeper and deeper. I had already worked in hospitals. I had seen what burnt out looked like. I just hadn't realized I was already living it. And the way I turned to snacks, it wasn't just hunger. It was survival. I barely had time to breathe, let alone eat real food. My scrub pocket stayed full with peanut butter crackers, granola bars, whatever I could grab. We lived on vending machines, takeout, sugary drinks just to stay awake. But it wasn't about choice. It was about getting through the shift. There was always a birthday, patients bringing in treats, doctors ordering pizza for the staff. There was always something to snack on. And I didn't even realize how much sugar kept building in my life because it didn't always look like candy. It was always what was convenient at the moment. French fries, microwave dinners, drive-thrus. You get it. From constant call lights to being understaffed, the toll wasn't just physical. It was mental and emotional too. Looking back now, I can see it clearly. My health was changing, my energy was slipping, and I was picking up more weight as the years went past. Then my life transitioned back into cosmetology, but this time it wasn't in my mom's kitchen. I was in the real salon life, good old J.C. Penney's, and becoming a new mom with new license, but some of the same habits followed in my health. I'd go hours without eating, telling myself, I'll eat after this client, until another appointment, another walk-in, another shampoo. The dryers were buzzing, energy always draining, still unfed, still on autopilot. Again, reaching for quick carbs, anything that would give me just enough energy to keep going. The truth is, sugar wasn't just a treat. It was a lifeline, a pause, a coping mechanism. I wasn't reaching for sweetness. I was reaching for stability, for space, for something that felt like care, even when it wasn't. It was never about candy. It was about fast food, quick snacks, foods that turned into sugar in my body, even when I didn't realize it. But here's what I've learned. Women who give the most often receive the least, especially from themselves. We're trained to serve, to show up, to be the strong one. But there is a cost to constant giving without receiving. And for me, the weight I carried wasn't just physical. It was emotional. It was generational. And it showed up in my habits. If you've ever felt like you've had no time to eat, no energy to stop, no room to take care of yourself, you're not alone. This episode wasn't just about sugar or being burnt out. It was about what happens when women carry so much for so long. They forget what it feels like to be carried too. And I want you to know there is another way. In the next few episodes, I'm opening up about the healing, the rebuilding, and the quiet decisions that led to real change. Not just on the scale, but in how I saw myself again. So if this spoke to you, come on back. Follow the show, and maybe even share this with a woman who's been carrying more than she lets on. But for now, take care of yourself today, even if it's just a small way, because you deserve that much.